There's no doubt that physical activity is a key in the healthy development of children. But there's a conflict of ideals between adults and children that means many kids are shying away from organised sport, according to American lecturer and writer Bob Bigelow.
Whenever you get adults involved in running stuff for kids, you're obviously going to get adult needs. And the number one adult need generally in sport is competition and winning. But children have a different look at this. They want to play, they want to make friends, they want to grow, they want to be active. And so part of my message to the adults is, do you want to run it because of your needs, or do you want to run it because of the children's needs? And everybody says, yes, it's about the kids and we're going to run it for the children. But then competition enters and games, and that's where you get the flare-ups and the adult behavior that no one's proud of.
5% less New Zealand secondary school pupils play in sports teams than a decade ago. That can be traced back to many negative messages delivered to primary school kids.
Generally, the reason kids will leave sport is, number one, they're told they're not good enough. Number two, they're not getting enough playing time. Number three, they've got coaches who take it too seriously. All of the above. Generally, the reasons that children leave sport at earlier ages, which could be under 10, it could be 12 or 13, is generally adult reasons, not children reasons.
Sport and Recreation New Zealand is the government body charged with keeping kids active. Its KiwiSport program aims to expose schools and communities to sport in a way that appeals to children but also develops skills. The principal of Auckland's Oteha Valley School, Megan Bowden, likes what's being done.
I think first of all they have to get involved and learn the skills, and that's the fun side. And then, yes, they do have to learn that there are winners and losers, and that some people are better than others at certain sports. And so they know right from the beginning. But by giving them several opportunities, then they may not be very good at volleyball, but they may be really good at badminton. And they find their wee niche.
Some of these kids will mature earlier, some will mature later, and you've got to allow for later maturers to stay in sport. Because too often in our country, we do this very badly. We take kids who don't have the skill early because they're just not developed yet, and we X them out of the system and say, see you later, because we're too interested in our kids that are better. And that's something I've been railing about for 20 years up in America.
And a short time in, the program appears to be making a difference at Oteha Valley.
We can see our children going through. Last winter we couldn't raise one hockey team, and in the Harbour Hockey's Summer League we had 5 teams, and we've got 3 teams in the winter sports competition, which goes over 2 terms. And that's only because there were 2 other sports on the same day and the children had to make choices. Otherwise I think we would have had more than 3 teams. And that's wonderful just to see those children going through and wanting to play in a team situation.
Andy Rogers, the director of the Greater Auckland Coaching Unit, which facilitates much of the KiwiSport program in its area, says the children are often the best people to teach their parents what they need from sport.
They're a very clever little mechanism. I think kids speak with their feet and they speak with their voices. Evidence in this wonderful program that we're seeing today, and hear the stories of kids going home and asking mum and dad for badminton rackets and hockey sticks, and out in the playground they just want to pick up the gear and play. And that's really the key message for us, is that we want young kids active and engaged in sport.
The key for youngsters is the chance to be involved in a variety of sport before getting serious and specialising later.
For us, we're trying to sell the message, let them get through puberty, let them have their childhood. There's plenty of time down the track. The main thing for us right now is to instill that love for sport in children. The good ones that love it will choose to invest 14, 15, 16 years old.
The good news is New Zealand is leading the way and actively fighting the trend.
I'll be honest, your country does a great job. You're far ahead of us when it comes to doing it appropriately for the kids at the various levels in the different sports. So we could learn a lot from New Zealand. I'm not sure we want to learn anything from New Zealand, though. So what I tell the New Zealand people is I'll take it back to their place. I'll bring a few of your ideas back to where I am, which I've done, and try to make it a little more child-centered.